before the game, and we're going to wait to do the Tulalip Hawks after the game. So at this time, we're going to be recognizing Neah Bay seniors this year. We got number 1, Kane Green. Number 2, Leanthony Jimicum. Number 12, Joseph Smith. Number 13, Azariah Green. Number 15, Zacchaeus Johnson. Number 26, Leland Green. Number 34, Tyler Swan. And number 99, Elijah Malowinski. Give it up for the Neah Bay seniors. It's 12-minute quarters, right? Am I tripping? Hey, Lonnie, it's 12 minutes? Hey, Lonnie, is it 12 minutes?
Go ahead and talk, guys. Go ahead and talk. You're hot.
Welcome to the Tulalip Heritage Hawks versus the Neah Bay Red Devils here in Tulalip, Washington. I'm Dominic Joseph here with Diamante Diaz. How does it feel?
Like I was saying, man, it's a great night for a showdown. It's senior night for Tulalip Heritage Hawks. We got some fog rolling in a little bit. We got the rain, you know, all the great weather that makes a dramatic dogfight.
Yeah, you can see the forecast right here. Plenty of rain, extreme heavy, moderate, light. Look up in the top left corner. You'll see the legend of all the rain that is going on right now. It's 55 degrees here right now. Quite a bit of rain going on here tonight.
Yeah, I think, and so we should see a lot of the run game tonight, run heavy. And, you know, we got great athletes on the Heritage Hawk side, and they got a feature back on Neah Bay side. And I was telling you earlier, Tyler Swan. So we'll see how it fares for each team.
Looks like Neah Bay getting a good kickoff return here, possibly return for an opening kickoff here. Neah Bay scores on the opening kickoff here in the very first. Haven't even touched the ball yet for Tulalip, but they will get the opening kickoff to score an easy 6.
Yeah, we have a score from Jonte Atkin, wide receiver and DB, a junior for Neah Bay. You see catches it or picks it up on the right side, cuts all the way back, follows his blocking, and cuts it up and turns on the turbo, Dom.
Swan with a good block there on the kickoff, and you could see something when Neah Bay first got that kick. They were pretty far back into their own territory. So for them to get some key blocks in, they get the opening kickoff as they will go for 2.
Yeah, showing that, you know, they have the potential to be explosive. We'll see, like I said, how it fares. It's an 8-man football game, so I think scoring will come heavily for both sides, hopefully, and we'll see who can make the most stops, right? Who can get the most stops.
Neah Bay will get no extra point here on this set of conversions. They are now 0 for 1 on 2-point conversions here in the opening first quarter. Here's the Tulalip Heritage roster right here.
Yeah, and for those of you watching, might be wondering what's going on with some position changes. Heritage will be without, you know, their star QB, Jalen Gray, who was starting earlier this year. And then, obviously they got a couple other guys featured tonight. So we'll see how that, impacts them.
This is some great, just a bit of adversity here for Tulalip here, and having this home field advantage. Can they get back on the field and just dial back in? We haven't even seen the defense out there yet, so for them to come back into this game, definitely manageable, giving the offenses tonight.
Yeah, and I think it always, next man up, right? It kind of opens the door for next man up. There's some other kids that are definitely very athletic who could get their chance to shine.
And you never know. You could also see a returning kickoff here for Tulalip. Slippery field tonight. Neah Bay setting up for the kickoff.
Yeah, I used to love games like these because, you coming in hot. It's a game like with no brakes on. Guys, guys ain't going to be breaking down doing too much juking. And if you're a tackler, man, you could, cut the brakes loose.
Looks like a little bit of a fumble there, but was jumped on the ball. Number 7 for Tulalip, Joshua Davis, recovers the ball. A freshman for Tulalip Heritage.
Yeah, so as you can see, another change of position. I believe he was playing a little bit of wide receiver. He was playing a lot of DB before, but he gets to start tonight for QB.
Tulalip Heritage huddling up, and cheerleaders getting everybody pumped and ready for this game. Some wearing ponchos, which I think is very smart of them. I'm pretty well covered here in this heated room, so all the people who are out there doing their job or being a fan, congratulations to them for being here. But Tulalip will line up, it looks about their own 25.
And I think we'll see a heavy dose of James Jones Jr. tonight as well at running back.
A senior. Lots of seniors playing here tonight. It is senior night. Make sure to stay tuned with us for after the broadcast. We will be televising the senior night for Tulalip Heritage.
First carry. Cuts it up. Hard nose, 3-4 yards there. He's got good speed. I think if he could get some daylight, maybe a couple blocks, he might be able to break one.
Yeah, just setting up if you can get the offensive line to get runs like that every down, they're looking in pretty good shape. So about 4 yards are in the run. Neah Bay with a 4-man front. Looks like 2 backers and 1 deep safety. Davis hikes the ball, hands it off again.
Junior with the cut up. Oh.
Junior looks to get the first down by the calls of the coaches.
Thought he was going to break that first tackle. He gets cut, though.
Very unique number placement there by James Jones Jr. You could see how, some helmets have the number straight horizontally in the middle spot on your right ear or your left ear. Seems his is a little higher.
On the helmet, I'll have to catch that.
Yeah.
I didn't check it.
Davis lines up as the QB as we have number 2, Davis Batchhand, who's a senior, to the right of him.
Also another athletic body, got some good speed.
Davis, a junior for Tulalip Heritage.
But, Neah Bay, they're physical in the trenches, and so they're obviously getting after it on that defensive line, getting downhill.
Lots of history in this game, Tulalip versus Neah Bay. Lots of basketball rivalries and also football as well. So to see Neah Bay come out here after that long drive, it's always a great game to see, whether it's Tulalip going there or them coming here. Very great spectacle to see.
Yeah, I'd say it's impressive for them to make that trip all the way out here on a regular basis for each respected sport. Definitely just to kind of be that, I don't want to say neighboring tribe because they're pretty far out, but another respective tribal school, tribal community coming out to support with their fans and school.
Looks like Ziggy cuts out to the outside here. Just getting some easy, blocks and getting to the outside.
Yeah, he stepped out a little bit right there early.
Stop the clock here early here in the first quarter. Ziggy wearing 53, who's on the left of your screen. Heritage with it looks like a 6-man front. We have a tight end going out. Looks like a pitch to the left.
Cuts it up, but he's held on to. Neah Bay rallying to the ball.
Neah Bay doing a good job of making sure multiple players are in on the tackle there on the left side. Junior will sit out this play or looks to go, nope, just getting a play call from Stacy Robinson. They're one of the new coaches here for Tulalip Heritage. Got to talk to him a little bit before the game, and he seemed really excited to see that Neah Bay was coming to town and excited that the boys were getting ready for these Friday night lights here in Tulalip.
Yeah, I think, you know, each team has something, you know, a little bit of respect to be earned tonight, right? Like the division is kind of in a toss-up. You know, we saw some interesting stuff happen this year. Darrington obviously beat Neah Bay. You know, the Hawks go into Darrington and have kind of a dogfight that they lose in OT, and so, you know, I think winner of this is looking to slot themselves at number 2 in the division and hopefully get in good placement for a decent playoff game. Obviously, you don't want to go in being the 3 seed.
Yeah, you know, if you're the 3 seed, you're most likely going to be having to travel wherever you go, and you know these home games are where you want to be.
Yep.
I believe in districts they will meet at neutral sites, but still, you would always like to be closer to home. Heritage snaps the ball here. Looks like Batchan dives for about 5 yards. Looks to be calling for a flag there.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was a trip. I'm not sure. I thought, you know, it was kind of a low, just somebody going for a low tackle.
Number 2, Davis Batchan, who is a senior.
And I do like this. I like this by Heritage. You know, they're kind of running back by committee tonight. Obviously, they, you know, every night they always got a lot of guys who can carry the ball, but, you know, you want to mix it up and just, you know, kind of definitely try to establish the run, that ground and pound, because, you know, it's going to be just a physical game all game.
Joshua Davis doing a good job managing the team here so far this first drive. It's 2nd down for the Hawks. Can they convert? Looks like a designed run play for him.
And he's cut down.
Great design snap there. I like how they did that. You know, I haven't seen too much of that this season, but to see how they just blocked right there, you could see. Got an easy couple yards to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, you know, keep the chains moving. You know, maybe even if it is a couple yards, it's definitely manageable. I think anything at this point within this zone, you're going for it on 4th.
Yeah.
Not kicking any field goal. You're not gonna punt. So, you know, it's you want to keep the chains rolling.
Thank you. Looks like the Hawks snap the ball. Looks like be a low pitch, but it will be
turnover on a fumble. Kind of miscommunication on that, or error on that pitch.
I think the rain just kind of came to play here. Just kind of slipped out of Joshua Davis's hands there.
Yeah, that's hard, man. You know, this kind of weather, definitely want to be working on that handoff under center.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and something like that with the pitch, man, these raindrops are thick, and you never know. They could be coming for your hands, and they could be making you slip. So to see that play, I know the Hawks can try to manage it together, but you're right. It is definitely a hard thing to adjusting to.
Yeah, you were telling me something before the game. You have a friend, right? An alumni. How's that looking for you?
Yeah, I actually have a bet, an undisclosed bet for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks to, you know, money line. No bets, no financial, but it is for 2 miles nonstop.
Yeah, not non-monetary.
Yeah, so
Non-monetary.
if I do lose, I get to, you know, my heart gets a little bit of a workout, but if I don't, I will not have to run.
A healthy bet.
Healthy bet, you know, a little banter. Number 34 for Neah Bay, Tyler Swan gets the handoff.
Yeah, each respective alumni from their schools. You know, you got Dom here trying to believe and rep the Heritage Hawks, and, you know, shout out John Reamer. But
you know what? You know, I was actually saving this for the next time I get on camera, but so next time they cut to me, you'll see what I got rocking here.
Okay, we'll see it live in the booth.
Yep.
The Tulalip Hawks cut off. The gym shirt.
Yep, I had to get the gym shirt going. It's a little rainy though, but here Tyler Swan, ooh, looks like pretty unique tackle there. Number 9, Jaden Zackus.
Yeah, get a little high-low action. Get him toppled over, but after 5 yards. So
Jaden Zacchius, a transfer to Tulalip Heritage this year, has been a great defensive presence for them. Also on offense, playing the wide receiver position, a junior for Tulalip Heritage.
and we'll see. Neah Bay looking to establish that run as well in that I formation.
Looks to be brought down really early there. Joshua Davis, first one on the tackle.
That heavy eye.
See, I don't think I'm sure. I think the Hawks have the number placed a little bit above, like at the tempo level. You could see the number, because when I would watch college football, I would see it like if Alabama or the San Diego Chargers at the time, they would have the numbers right at your ear hole rather than like the temple. So when you see the left side of the helmet, you'll see what I'm talking about. Neah Bay here looks to be in a 5-man front. Neah Bay's not really messing around too much in the shotgun, so this is a unique position to see right now.
Yeah, and they got, getting that toss way out there.
Jaden Zacchius on the play.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Some of the Neah Bay Red Devils may have thought that may have been
I have seen that, though.
a little bit clippy.
Number on the side.
Yeah.
So on one side you got a decal,
Yeah.
which is the school or the football logo. I won't say the school logo. And then you have number on one side.
Some new helmets. This is the first time the Hawks have worn this logo on their helmet this year. Not this season, but this year. There'll be a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
Yeah, we get a offsides on number 90.
That will actually be an automatic first down. You can see on the replay, just ran a little bit too fast, number 90, Carlos Espinoza Schrock, a freshman for Tulalip Heritage.
Yeah, he's been an asset as well, coming on the campus, getting in the rotation early.
Neah Bay doing pretty much what they're similar and they're used to right here is just lining up under center, handing it off right away.
Yeah, power run.
Yeah.
They're like a, kind of a heavyweight fighter.
Yeah.
With a great chin. They don't do anything flashy, but, they just run it right at you until you, try to run the wheel out of you.
Yeah, if Neah Bay is coming to town, you definitely know it's going to be a power run game or, strictly handoff, and you just got to be able to stop the run. If you can stop the run, you got to eliminate mistakes on the defensive end and also on the offensive end, and you can stay with them.
Yeah, and that's always easier said than done.
Exactly. Neah Bay now under center, number 3. Caleb Cummins looks to be a long snap. Can Tulalip get back? Caleb Cummins gets the ball, recovers it. Will be 2nd and long.
Yeah, great break there by Tulalip as, Neah Bay was marching, and so they'll be, looking at a 2nd and 30.
Takala and Jaden Zacchius very fast to the play there. Takala, Black Tomahawk, and Jaden Zacchius were the last 2 on the ball. Neah Bay now huddles up for 2nd and long. Neah Bay coming from very far, got here very early pregame. Looks to be about 3 earlies, and I believe we welcomed them into the gym.
Yeah, they came on in. They were able to get situated in the locker room.
Looks to be a fumble.
Ooh.
Recovered by Davis Badshand, a senior.
That was a, costly another 2 costly mistakes in a row. One, getting pitted deep, 2nd down, and then a fumble right after. So Hawks catch a lucky break, and we'll see if they get that momentum rolling.
You know what? No matter what team you're on, the rain is going to be the same amount of drops on each side. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Maybe some rain will lean left, lean right. But Tulalip gets the ball here. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Joshua Davis hands it off. James Jones Jr. cuts up to the left. He is brought down.
Oh, and Tyler Swan, first defender on the tackle, didn't let go, and everybody else rallied to the ball.
Yeah, definitely. You could see there's a lot of Neah Bay Red Devils there. You could see here just cuts the bounces to the left side. Swan there just doesn't let go. Lets a lot of other people get into the. Connor Swan also there. Must be relation. Is a freshman for Neah Bay Red Devils.
Maybe a younger brother.
Maybe, yep, younger brother, younger cousin. He'll come at me, hey, Dom, that's not my brother. That's my cousin. Or that's my uncle. You
Cuz
never
brother.
know. You never.
Yeah, that is. I had an aunt
never
younger than me.
Yeah. Joshua Davis under shotgun. Jones beside him.
Cutting it up. Oh.
Looks to be a fumble, but I believe he was down well before the play.
Yeah, down on contact.
James Jones Jr. wearing the pink sleeves for, I'm guessing, breast care awareness here, October, breast cancer awareness month.
Yeah, it kind of seems like they're, having people used to go all out with the alternative unis, but people still rocking the accessory swag.
Mm-hmm.
So we see, Josh with the socks, and then they got the tape. Not quite the sleeve, but the pink tape.
Derek Rebang snaps the ball. James Jones Jr. there. 3 Neah Bay Red Devils there on the attack. 4, to be honest with you.
Yeah, number 99 just causing havoc right in the middle. Met him in the hole. Elijah Malinowski, first defender. Or he was the wall. If he wasn't the first defender, he was the wall for sure. Because, after that, it was 3 defenders on James.
A big presence for number 99 so far this game, just especially on just when they're running up the middle. It really causes Tulalip to have to bounce to the left or the right side. And it seems right now that the other player that's all over the field for Neah Bay, Tyler Swan, in almost on every tackle for them. Can Tulalip adjust? James Jones tackled early. Again, Swan there on the tackle.
Yeah, Neah Bay rallying to the ball. And looks like they got a pretty speedy front, even though they look pretty stout. A couple of bigger kids, they're quick to the ball. And we'll see if Tulalip adjusts. Maybe they could get physical in the trenches, or they might have to decide, maybe do they want to take some risk and air it out just to, alleviate some of that pressure on the run game.
I think, what was so special about the offense for Tulalip when JJ was here is they had that threat of passing and running. And right now it seems like they're leaning pretty heavy into the run. But I think if they can adjust in this rain, this is probably one of the biggest game plans they're going to run into, other than missing a key player, is making sure that they're ahead of the weather.
Yeah, here we see the seating. So, yeah, Darrington sitting atop of the conference, 6-1. So some mistakes earlier about seating. So Crescent, 5-0. Overall record. We have Neah Bay at 3rd with 4-2, and then Heritage looking to sneak in there. So obviously the winner of this would be if Heritage wins, they are tied for 3rd seeding. If not, it'd be pretty tough to climb back in there.
The key thing is here with Crescent, they're 5-0, but in the league they're 2-0. So you look at something like that. I wonder who else they have left on this division. They might even still have to play Neah Bay, because I know Tulalip still has to play Quilcene, and Quilcene looks to be 2-4, so it looks like they've only played conference games. But you're right. You got to they control their own destiny here. You can't really afford to drop this one at home. And Tulalip being 3-1 in this division, Darrington being 6-0, that definitely changes things, especially with Darrington beating Tulalip and Neah Bay.
Yeah, it shakes it up a little bit. Obviously for a while there, Neah Bay was kind of the longtime ruler of the division. Still always a great program every year, but Darrington kind of spicing things up. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Turnover on downs. A lot of people may be wondering what happened. There was a turnover on downs. Tulalip wasn't able to get past the 10-yard mark there. But we have switched sides since we switched quarters. So we will be going to the right side of the field. You can see here on the replay. Neah Bay just handing it off, cutting in between. Looks like James Jones Jr. was there, but also the driving force Xerxes was there in the last part. Cheerleaders getting people going here in the rain. So we cut to the
Tyler
Swan. Looks to be just kind of caught up there when he was cutting up the field.
Yeah, and that quick, fullback handoff there. You only need maybe 1 or 2 quick blocks. You get to that second level, you can make a guy miss. That could be a dangerous play.
Swan looks to kind of be limping after that play a little bit, but doesn't seem to be thinking it's too much of an issue here. Neah Bay huddles up. Again, this is the first time I've seen these decals for the Neah Bay Red Devils. I'm used to seeing, when I played back in my day, when we would play Neah Bay, they actually had an all red helmet. No stickers, no nothing.
Was it like a devil kind of figure?
Well, they had that as their logo, but on their helmets it was just nothing. It was just like a red cap, or red helmet, no stripe.
Like Bama style.
Mm-hmm. Not even numbers.
Well, maybe they got to get their own swag, right? Because they got a couple state championships. Respect to them. They can wear what they want.
Big hit by Tulalip. Ziggy there on the tackle just was basically opened up the gaps, and he was right there, made the tackle. Nobody even really had to assist there.
Yeah, rallied to the ball.
Tulalip Heritage just down 6 points as Neah Bay is in their territory here. 3rd down. Can Tulalip get a stop here? Looks to be about 3rd and 6.
Power eye.
And he will, if not, barely misses. 4th down, it'll be about 4th and inches for Neah Bay as Tyler Swan brings it about 6 yards.
Yeah, it's about 4th and 2. Falls just short. They gave him, he's down, spotted a couple yards back.
Looks like just was pushed there. Jaden Zacky's got the last touch on him there as he was just before there. The slippery field tonight.
Yeah, you bring the house on this one?
Oh, yeah, you got to send everything you got here. I'd almost be sending all my...
Power run?
Yep, sending all my attention down the middle. If they beat us to the outside, that's okay. I trust our corners here. Can they beat us up the middle when we're blitzing?
I think we get a fullback handoff, yep. Oh,
looks like Tulalip.
To the outside.
Ziggy is there, but he slips off of a fumble.
Oh,
Ziggy moves!
I almost lost it, Dom.
I thought you were about to jump out of your seat. You can see on the replay here, just pitch. The rain is just getting a bit best of everybody.
Making it interesting. We see Ziggy looking for the scoop. They dive on it, but obviously turnover on downs.
Regardless.
And so Heritage will retain the possession.
In that situation, when I was at practice, we would have practices where we practice fumbles. And you just, no matter what it is, no scoop and score, jump on the ball. That's something our coach would always tell us. Just jump on the ball. But, I mean, on 4th down, it's a little bit different because regardless of the outcome, they get the ball. But jump on the ball.
I think Ziggy on that one was going for big risk.
Yep.
Big reward.
And this is where you start getting some momentum here. James Jones now with a 5-yard run after a big turnover. Can Tulalip turn this turnover into some points here as they're down 6 points with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter?
Yeah, and I mean, rain, it's definitely going to get the best of both teams. Obviously, like, it makes it interesting. The weather, that's the fun thing about football. It's a variable that has to be accounted for.
Tulalip now will be in the shotgun position. Very unique position to be in right now in this rain. Can Tulalip make sure the ball is secure? Joshua Davis catches. Cuts through the middle. Guts it to the outside.
Next couple people miss. Couple stiff arms.
Holds the ball.
Ooh, and they rally to the ball.
That play right there. Here's the thing, as much as I really like the dicing of the offensive line, great play here, but I think Joshua Davis, the key play he makes right here, covering the ball up. You can see right here as soon as this guy gets there.
It was nearly coming out, especially on that first defender.
Yep, because he definitely could have tried to get a little bit extra yards. Maintaining the ball there was, I think, the biggest play for him there after that 1st down.
Yeah, and I think Heritage is trying to mix it up. Obviously, you got to give him a different look, right? You got to maybe they probably might throw it on this one just to have him respect the pass. You don't want Neah Bay to be loading the box, taking away that run.
We'll hand it off here. Davis gets the ball.
Davis picking up a couple yards.
But we see a handoff, so
3-yard run there for Davis, maybe even 2.
I thought them getting in the shotgun, but they still run the ball.
I don't think we have seen a single pass yet this game. The rain is definitely coming down.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plays that they could call. You could, maybe a bubble screen, a swing route by your back. Obviously, it's risky, but each team is going to have to decide if they want to take control of the game and, kind of bring some unpredictability. Who's going to take that gamble?
I guess
first?
We've seen a pitch, and it didn't go the way that Tulalip wanted, or Neah Bay, for that matter.
And we see it kind of looks like it. Maybe I'm not outside, but it kind of looks. Oh, ball on the ground, ball on the carpet.
that will be a turnover for Neah Bay. Joshua Davis looks to cut here through the offensive line.
Yeah, he cuts it up. Oh, and just barely tapped, but wasn't secure with the ball.
Almost was, yeah, poked out by Neah Bay there. Number 26 looks to get the poke out. Leland Green, a senior for Neah Bay.
Yeah, and that's tough because he's also got to have time, right? Even if you draw up a pass play, you know, something to give him a little bit of time.
Yeah. Neah Bay now sets up on their own 45-yard line, up 6.5 minutes remaining. Swan gets the run.
Heritage rounding the ball quick. I like that.
Takala looked to go for the ball there. Almost got a strip there, but Tyler Swan doing a good job holding the ball for Neah Bay on this second down.
Just embellishing it because it's your relative down.
Just a really good play by so-and-so.
It was a good wrap-up.
Hey,
I don't know about the strip.
Hey, when I was in, I know my family was doing it. Hey, Dom had like 4 tackles. It's like, oh, I think he had 1.
No, that was a good tackle. Good tackle. There he is. Is he in there again? Rallying to the ball.
Getting feisty out there. Number 3, Caleb Cummins, who's a sophomore for Neah Bay. Looks to be the play caller. Gets to the outside. Looks like
Yeah, he's in there.
Davis almost went for the ankle tackle there. Didn't get him. Rebang there as well.
That's what you want to see. Everybody to the ball. 8 hats on the ball.
Mm-hmm. In this situation, yeah, being down 6, trying to get as many guys as you can to the ball is going to be the success story of the night.
Yeah, and you know, nobody really sees in control of it. We've seen it's a lot of back and forth, each team having a couple turnovers. And, oh, we get a penalty, so Neah Bay brought back.
You know, Tulalip's defense doing a pretty good job tonight. The only score that's come right so far has been on special teams. Defense seems to be holding. Swan there on the outside, gets to the 40.
Gets a long run right there.
Will be a first down. Air horns have been played here. Tyler Swan to their outside. Takala goes for a dive. Also, Jaden there. Looks like Jaden Zacchius gets the tackle of him getting him out of bounds. Do they count that as a tackle if you push them out of bounds?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I was paying attention. You know, you get a run broken to the outside. What looked like initially an inside handoff, maybe a zone run, but the DN was got shaded in, blocked in. That's what you don't want to see. That was my defensive coach mind. They're trying to watch that replay.
Big tackle. Davis, Batchan.
Stuffed.
Almost got him some airtime there on the tackle. You could just tell here. Here's the replay. Neah Bay trying to get a little bit trickery here.
Yeah, and as you can see on that one, so initially you have, I believe it's Jaden Zacchius playing on that end. He gets around the outside free, and then you even see Ziggy comes off the blocker, you know, free as well. That's what when you think of outside containment, you don't want to see your DNs with their ear hole on the inside of a blocker. That's when you see those big outside runs.
Neah Bay here looks to run right up the middle. Looks to be swarmed up, keeps his legs moving. There's lots of Hawks on the play.
8 hats on the ball, Dom.
Looks like Ziggy came in and was the driving force of the tackle there.
Yeah, nice power run, but still, hey, let's lay it on them. 8 guys on the ball.
Lots of Hawks there. You can see Derek there and then Ziggy there as well on the last 2 pushes. They are ready to play.
Yeah, you want to see them rally. Obviously, you got to earn it.
Yeah.
You got to earn it.
Derek Rebang actually getting some great minutes in here tonight as a sophomore for the Heritage Hawks. Big presence for them right in the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, and it's 3rd and deep, about 3rd and 15. Oh, Neah Bay airing it out.
Looks like that will be the first pass of the game.
That weather.
Big yellow flag here on the play.
I seen it in the secondary, so I'm assuming PI of some sort.
We'll see here momentarily as we go to our head judge. Here on the
PI,
replay.
Oh.
Ball was definitely just spinning away.
Yeah, we see hands on the I've
still 3rd down, so it must be on the I do
PI.
see
It's a little tight though, you know.
That's seems to be a defensive pass interference on Tulalip Heritage. There'll be an automatic first down as the Neah Bay Red Devils will take over on their own 33. Or Tulalip's 33.
Yeah, they'll reset the down, so they'll get it on first. They'll get a fresh set of downs, and Tyler, cutting it left to right, gets about 3 yards on the carry.
You can just see how thick the raindrops are out there tonight. It is not letting up anytime soon here. But the game seems to be going very quickly with both teams being in running mode, I should say.
Yeah, and I would say that, like, again, those are the fun games. You know, having been a defensive guy, you know the run's coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not going to be a lot of gambles taken for passing.
There, Ziggy going to the tackle, brings him down.
Yeah, he's able to rally to the ball, not let him get there on the outside.
That was Caleb Cummins, who is a sophomore for Neah Bay, the quarterback for Neah Bay Red Devils.
And they're trying, you know, they are trying to give him some looks. They pass it, unsuccessful on that one before, even though they got the penalty. And I believe that was a pass play as well, but quarterback didn't see something that he liked, and he got out the pocket. 3rd and short for Neah Bay as they will try to convert and get this first down as they are in Tulalip's territory with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Can they get the first down here in the greatest setting in this weather? Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Hawks, you're right where you want to be. 1-score game. Oh, unable to get a stop, though.
Will Neah Bay clock manage here and just kind of milk the clock here until the 2-minute warning? We will see here momentarily. Looks like there will be some substitutions for Tulalip. Number 81 comes in, Davian Parks. I believe that is not Davian. 81.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Fay, who is in on the outside, number 81, will sub in for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks.
And we see an option.
James Jones gets it.
And they rally to the ball. That's what you. So DN comes free. Got your corner out there, or outside linebacker.
Yeah, here on the replay, Jaden doing a great job. Also, James Jones there, just making sure he doesn't really get any more than a yard on that play.
Yeah, they rallied to the ball. You let the clock run. Hopefully, they come away without giving up a score.
Number 81, a transfer out of Arlington for Tulalip Heritage. On the outside, also Tulalip running looks to have a blitz formation here. Ziggy covering the left side.
Oh,
Ball's in the air.
Oh, Devion Wells unable to capitalize on that sporadic mistake of a throw.
Here you can see on the replay, lots of stuff could have went wrong here for Neah Bay as it almost.
Okay, it might have been a screen, not a tight end screen. I'm not sure, but it dropped out. That could have been a.
Dev almost had it. I don't know Dev at that level, but he does have it here on the roster.
Active hands. That's the best. You know, you gotta communicate with him in basketball terms. Active hands.
Active hands.
Be ready. When we get a penalty, see some yellow laundry on the field.
I believe that's a false start.
I don't know. Well, I thought it was did you say a legal man downfield? I don't think they got to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, you're right. So would they have 9 guys on the field? Oh, lineman
No, I
moved
think
up.
when they, maybe the throw, I'm not sure. It looked like that was a lineman. We'll see.
Tulalip right where they want to be here on 4th down. Could get a turnover right before the half. Maybe score and tie this up or take the lead if they get to stop here. Neah Bay, 4th and long.
I think that's what they were trying to play before, right?
Can James Jones get the tackle?
Some power running right there by Tyler Swan. He runs over James Jones Jr.
We'll see here. Tulalip will still get the turnover. After Tyler's big play there, you know, you would think they would have had just a little bit more to get the first down, but they don't. Tulalip will take over here on down.
Yeah, sometimes rather be lucky than good. You know, he steps out of bounds. They get a stop. They get the ball. That's what you want, right? 1:44. what you hopefully want to see them do is capitalize. Maybe you gotta kind of maybe break something here because you're backed up by your end zone, and I'm assuming that Neah Bay is gonna call timeouts if they don't get some yardage.
Yeah. Davis here, hands off to James Jones Jr.
Outside. Yeah, I think we'll see some timeouts.
I'd be surprised if we don't see. Rolling clock commences now, 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining. Here's the clock is ticking. Can Tulalip respond to try to tie this up before halftime?
Maybe not. I mean, both teams taking it pretty conservative. I mean, that's what I would if I'm Neah Bay and I'm on defense, right? Like, you haven't seen any big plays broken off by Heritage. You might want to be aggressive and get the ball back because who knows if they can actually punt in this weather. But, you know, regardless, each team taking it conservatively. We don't see timeouts on either side.
Davis drops back, passes to Davis, Bachan. Davis, a senior for Tulalip Heritage.
Yeah, good throw there. Nice little 5 and out.
Good pass here, Davis to Davis.
Double entendre. Joshua Davis to Davis Bachan for the completion, and as we see a timeout, and then on the monitor we have the Halloween Christmas party taking place right now. So if you're not with us, we hope you're at the Halloween party down at the Gathering Hall. Save us some candy, save us some cakes from those real traditional annual cakewalks.
Oh, yeah, and also remember, you're invited to the Haunted Trail October 24th and 25th, 6 to 10 p.m. and 26th to 6 to 8 p.m. It is actually the 24th right now, so 6 to 10 p.m. You could actually go check it out after the game if you'd like, because we actually had an earlier game, so there should be time for you to make it. Are you a haunted house guy, haunted trail guy? Or are you like, oh, you guys go?
I don't mind, but I don't prefer it. I'll go if the fam or, maybe somebody invites. We just did the corn maze last night with youth services.
Oof. Well, you made it back.
Education, AKA family enrichment. We went last night, took over 100 kids.
100 kids. So did you take multiple buses?
We took one charter, as we see it in completion on the monitor. We took one charter and multiple vans. We made it back in one piece. Nobody got injured or too scared in the corn maze.
Seems like it. What department was this?
Family enrichment. Shout out to family enrichment.
Common dub. Family enrichment dub.
They always, it's a kind of an annual trip. We go down to, sometimes we'll go to Stalker Farms.
Oh, yeah.
We've been down to, Georgetown. That haunted, that's a scary one there.
Ooh, I might have to stay away. James Jones Jr. gets the ball. I think this will be a turnover on downs. You see here, yeah, the timeouts, like you said, Neah Bay did a pretty good job using their timeouts.
Maybe they used timeouts and I just wasn't aware, but I that's what I would do if I had full, docket of timeouts. But
can Tulalip hold Neah Bay? Basically, where they were, the ball didn't really move much. A lot of defensive play here tonight for both teams. Oh. Can Tulalip stop them?
Oh, turnover on down. So the clock. The clock stops obviously on change of possession.
Yep.
And then they try to run a quick one. Tulalip was short. Luckily they called a timeout because they had guys running on the field. It would have been down a few people in the secondary, and that middle looked wide open.
What are you saying in the huddle right here for this defensive stop here?
I think you're telling your people if you're first man to the ball, you hold on and you wrap up because you obviously don't want to. You get a guy flying around in this weather, it's going to be hard to rally to him. And then obviously, it's just rally to the ball and then get downhill on the run because, they're Neah Bay running that power run as we saw on that screen that nearly resulted in what would have been a first down in the red zone. So now they got to get another red zone stop. So rally to the ball, hold on for dear life if you're first man on the tackle, and just get downhill in the run. Get downhill in the run.
Lots of membership here tonight for this game. Also, lots of people coming from Neah Bay to support as well, and also people tuning in for this huge defensive, I would say, goal line stand here.
Yeah, it's a big one.
For the Tulalip Heritage Hawks. Can they stop it to prevent it to going to two-possession game right before half? as we start in this first down. Neah Bay in Tulalip's territory along about the 20-yard line. Cummins leads Neah Bay here, snaps the ball, looks to pitch to the left, has blockers in front of him.
Oh, Davis Bachan rallying to the ball. That's what you want to see. So first guy there flies to the ball. You know, the clock will run if we don't see a timeout.
Very much flew to it, you're right here. You can see on the replay, just got to him right away. Went right behind the blocker as the blocker looked to be a little bit more focused on
the corner.
number 7, Joshua Davis.
He's out there. What you wanted to see, obviously, you want him to see him, you know, set the edge. So he's got to get upfield. He was kind of, you don't want to be on the edge going laterally. You want to see him get upfield, set the edge, because it's not your responsibility to stop the run inside. Obviously, you got Davis who happened to rally to the ball, but you definitely don't want anything breaking around that edge with no help.
Yeah. Yeah, because it can definitely be one-on-one real quick on the outside here. And if, you know, you get blocked that quick, it could be a touchdown. So Tulalip being able to gather up and get multiple people on the ball, I think is the #1 priority.
Yeah, and I would say that I think if we see a series of plays just because of time, I don't know what the timeouts are, but if Neah Bay has one timeout, I think what they'll try maybe is, you know, maybe see what the power run's looking like to break some yardage or to see if they can out-physically match Heritage. And they might call timeout, and then they'll get something in space. Or they may try to keep it on the edge just because of time if they have no timeouts, right? You want to try to break one on the outside with some numbers.
Looks like the fake didn't really work out. Tulalip sniffed that one out. Number 12.
We get another timeout, see?
Gets the tackle on the play.
What we're going to see is a kind of a power run inside, right? Like they, you know, maybe some room there to get it around the outside.
You know, I have number 12 listed here as Ziggy, but I know Ziggy's wearing 53, so number 12 on the Heritage Hawks gets the tackle.
Try to help you out when we get him on the cam.
Yeah. It looked like Peyton Hatch, but I could definitely be wrong. So the teams will go into their huddles. I believe this is Neah Bay's last timeout.
Okay, so no timeouts. Like I said, you probably want to see something. They might even try to mix it up with a pass. You know, you want that clock to stop. If you have no timeouts, you're a little ways out. What are we?
We're about at the 13, 12-yard line.
The down marker is at the 20, so they're about 20 yards out, right? Yeah, so you might see a pass. Maybe they fake, you know, fake run, some PA action, and they get, you know, a tight end out.
This is the exact type of play you practice for every week. You know, you practice these type of situations. Tulalip looks to be ready for this situation. Can they stop them here on 3rd and manageable for Neah Bay?
Yeah, we get a little rinky-dink fake handoff. We get a tight running back out in the flats.
He'll be brought down. Davis Bachan also there. Looks like that will still be 4th down.
Yeah, he gets out there and kind of tries to run his own little flat route, 5 and out.
You can see on the replay the ball is just bouncing back and forth through the rain right now. It is a hard, if you're going to call a play, you almost have to anticipate the ball will be not a spiral.
Yeah, 4th and some distance. We probably will see another pass play. If I'm the Hawks, get some pressure early. You know, maybe get that secondary and zone look. You know, you could capitalize, right? If you get some pressure, you could get a turnover.
Yeah, this is huge right here. If Tulalip can stop them here right before half. Neah Bay now hikes the ball. Swan out to the right with blockers.
Yeah, they get there.
Can Cummins cut up?
Oh, he's running hard.
I believe the rolling clock will.
And we get a turnover on downs. Yeah, he almost got there.
Almost did. You could see Cummins just did a good job keeping his feet moving, cutting up to the middle. Lots of Hawks there, but they make sure he does not score, and that's ultimately what Tulalip needed to get that stop.
Yeah, great stop by them. You know, bend but don't break defense. And so, you know, unless a big play happens, you know, they'll go into the half. It's a 1-score game. We shall see.
Do you take the knee here, or do you just try to run it up the gut one time?
I think because you've seen some fumbles in the backfield, I don't know if I would be so pressed to kind of gamble. Maybe you run a sweep or something. Maybe kind of you got Ziggy on the end there. Oh, actually going in the backfield. So you might be able to bust one with him. He's got some good speed. Hand it off to him.
Davis now looks to pass. Will go down to the ground. The clock will stop at 4 seconds. It will be 2nd down for the Hawks. Looks like Davis slow to get up, but is helped up by number 90 on the Hawks. Carlos Espinoza helps him up.
Yeah, that was, you know, a lot of bravery on that one. They're in their own, I wouldn't say backed up, but they're near their own end zone. You don't want anything, you know, another erroneous play to happen.
Yeah, in this situation, I was shocked to see a pass by Tulalip.
You do get 2 chances at it, so maybe a handoff here just to kind of end it. Oh, we go for a pass.
Another big pass for Tulalip. Josh airs it. That will be the halftime. Neah Bay 6, Heritage 0 as we go into halftime.
So Heritage right where they want to be, 1-score game, you know, errors on both sides. Very tight-knit game when you join us for the second half.
Yeah, well, one last thing before I get to you guys. We'll get to the highlights here right away. Just great defensive play on both sides of the ball. welcome back to the Tulalip Hawks versus the Neah Bay Red Devils here, October 24, 2025, as the almost storm-like rain out here today is just causing wreck on both sides of the offense.
Yeah, it's making for an interesting game. It's a 6-0, one-possession game. Both teams, vying for control of the game, which is good. That's for if you're Heritage, obviously looking at kind of some of the action from last year, this is where you want to be. It's a dogfight. Heritage taking the field, trying to get warm, just getting ready to take the field again.
Yeah, Heritage will receive the ball because they were the ones who kicked it, and Neah Bay's only points come from a special teams kickoff in the very first kickoff of the game. So both defenses tonight allowing 0 TDs, but if you do count defense as special teams, Tulalip has let one up. But we are back here from that halftime show, and I'm glad to say I'm here in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We're staying dry. I thought I was gonna come weather prepared, but obviously, luckily, we're in here. You even said there was a heater. I don't know if there actually is a heater, but okay,
right
so
behind here.
We're well taken care of. But we're here supporting, obviously watching the fellas out there on the field, and like I said, it's a good game. 6-1 possession game, which you kind of talked about some of the history a little bit, but Neah Bay, who has been kind of the reigning supreme leader of the division, kind of things changing. They even showed the stand-ups or the standings, and Darrington is number 1. You even got Crescent there at number 2, so just interesting to see the way things are shaking out, and Heritage looking to kind of maybe sneak into that 3rd spot if they can get a score here and maybe take control of this game.
Yeah, if we could see the standings, here throughout the second half, I could show you the Quilcene. When you're on the bottom end of the standings, a lot of teams think, they're phoning it in the rest of the season. But when you look at somebody like Quilcene, that these two teams have played before, could be coming to just ruin a season. You can never really count out, a conference team. So
Spoiler.
Tulalip will have Quilcene, but like right now we're focused on, the Neah Bay team right now. But
yeah, one game at a time.
One game at a
time.
time.
One game at a time.
Coming in.
You can see here special presentation. Daryl Hilaire, Executive Director of Children of Setting Sun Productions, will be here for the Season of Healing Tuesday, November 4th from 12 to 1 at the Admin Building, room 162.
Yeah, we're 2 weeks away from that event. We get Daryl Hilaire will be the keynote for that day. He'll come in, kind of make some rounds, speak to some students. He'll do the employee lunch, and it'll also be the keynote for the ceremony. As it's honoring our elders Season of Healing event, Our Blessings, Our Strength, Our First Teacher at the Gathering Hall. So, feel free to come join for dinner and ceremony. And like I said, the unique thing about our community, gathering is healing. So, come be around people, get connected, and take part in the good work that, the tribes is putting on for the community.
And don't get lost. Remember, it is at the Admin Building, room 162. So that is the room.
For the lunch.
Yeah.
For the lunch.
Oh, so it's at a different spot for not the lunch.
Yeah, so we have, typically with the keynotes that come in for that day on the Season of Healing Day, they'll service, they provide a real robust day for our community. So they'll come speak to the students. I know I kind of got the inside track. They'll come and speak to some students. They'll also do what is considered the kind of the employee lunch, where they'll, kind of do some keynote for the employees. And then they also will, take part in the community event in the PM.
This is why I'm glad you're here in the booth. You got to break it down a little bit. Tulalip looks to get the football here momentarily as we have 12-minute quarter about to start here for the 3rd quarter, the second half of this football game here in the greatest setting of the 1B. Neah Bay kicks us off. It's call back Tomahawk with the ball, cuts to the left side. Tackled by number 5 of Neah Bay.
Yeah, nice little shimmy for 5 yards. Yeah, and we get, Heritage going to come out, and we'll see if they offer a different look there on offense. See Takala trying to use a blocker, and Josh Davis, who also is going to be a starting QB.
Yeah, Josh Davis making some big plays the first half, just trying to get the guys involved here. Will Tulalip get some passes going this second half is the real question.
You know, I think they'll maybe try to start out slow, you know, establish the run here. Oh, good cut there by Junior. Uh-oh.
I think the whistle was pretty well established there. But the players are acting as if it wasn't here. You can see on the replay. Let's see if he did drop that. You see James
Good
Jones.
move there. I don't know. Ball was out. You know, Dommy's falling back. A cleanup hit there as he's juking inside. That's the one thing you got to be careful of when you're in the trenches. You know, you start cutting back inside, man. You got to have that thing tucked.
It looks like they will maintain possession of the ball, but you're right. On that replay, he got hit from behind there and almost kind of flew. Didn't expect the guy to be in that exact position.
Yeah, you're not dancing alone inside.
Definitely not, especially, yeah. On the outside, it's one thing, but on the inside, there's always someone there. Davis bobbles the ball, goes down.
And then he's running east and west, so he'll lose some yards on that one.
Didn't try to really make a huge hero play there, which I gotta say, I gotta, what do you say? I don't want to say salute, but you got to give some props there because he definitely could have tried to spin out of it and try to make a play, but he just said, you know what? Didn't make the play, I'm going down.
Yeah, managed it. You don't want to take a risk. I mean, I think on that one, I'm not sure what it looks like on field, but that's a long ways to go outside. Maybe you want to see some more north and south running. You know, maybe something early cut up. I don't know what it's designed for. We'd have to see it a couple more times.
Number 12 was the first one on the tackle there. That is Joseph Smith, Neah Bay, he is a senior for them. Big
And we get
tackle for Neah Bay.
another run there by Junior.
And now it looks like we will be on 4th down for Tulalip.
Yeah, 4th and fourth about 10.
Yeah, maybe even 15.
They get right. I think it's 4th.
Oh, 4th
they
and
get
10.
right back to the marker. You know, it's nearly identical. The down marker.
Tulalip sideline and Neah Bay sideline getting drenched here in the rain as Joshua Davis lines up. There will be a timeout called. Looks like timeout will be taken by Tulalip. Stacy Robinson wants to get together with his guys here. You can see former alumni in the background. Willie lurking there.
But yeah, he's out there checking it out.
Tulalip Heritage now huddling, our refs as well. Neah
Yeah,
Bay.
and if you're Heritage, you know, you're hoping to, you know, maybe a good pass play with some space, a quick pass, because this weather is tough to beat right now. If you're Neah Bay, obviously on the defensive side, you want to get after it quick, you know, get some pressure if it is pass. And obviously, if they run it, you rally to the ball. They've been successful stopping the run, other than a couple yards here and there giving up. So, Heritage, you know, still looking to break something.
You know, these are big memories right here. These are big games you're gonna remember for a long time. We gotta dial in here, try to get the guys ready, and just fire on all cylinders. Make sure guys are making their blocks, and get in between the tackles here as you're trying to run in between them.
Yeah, I think. You'll see Neah Bay, they'll pressure with 4 because they probably feel like they can, you know, get out there in the passing, in the passing lanes, and we'll see because Heritage got to sustain some blocks more than a couple seconds.
Joshua Davis drops back, looks to get a first down. It goes to Ziggy and not completed there. The rain definitely not helping. Ziggy kind of slides after the incomplete pass there.
Yeah, the weather not doing them any favors, and they're behind the downs, right? Like you don't want to. You're stuck in 4th and deep, and you're trying to establish some kind of pass play, which is obviously real predictable. And then you definitely got to challenge Neah Bay on that. They are rushing 4, so you know you got something out there in pass coverage, but just not enough time.
Yeah, Neah Bay here now looks to hand it off, short handoff, just trying to play it safe
Heritage
here.
rallying to the ball, but they got to bring him down.
Swan just keeping his legs moving again, but looks like James Jones Jr. just kind of brought him forward a little bit after a couple of those yards.
Yeah, and if you got what you wanted there, right? First guy to the ball, but you want to see everybody right here get to the ball early. All downhill, you got to pin your ears back. As soon as you see somebody rallying to the ball, everybody's got to come in a hurry.
Number 9, Jaden Zacchius looked to be on the leg there of right Tyler Swan. And then Tulalip gathering on the ball there, but looks like he spun out of there.
Yeah, broke a couple yards, but yeah, still 2nd and long.
And we have a lead here for the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. You can see here on our screen's complete.
And then we get a couple yards there by Neah Bay on the QB keep. Kind of a QB power run established.
Definitely so. You can see now Neah Bay breaking the huddles. A little bit stay with us, everyone. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. The rain just giving us a little bit of fumble here.
Oh, Neah Bay with the power runner, but he's chopped down by Davis.
Davis Batchan with a great tackle there. You could see this rain is even giving us some problems here.
Yeah, definitely. We had a kind of, I'm like a deer in the headlights right there. I'm looking at the screen, the monitor's, doing its thing. Had a flash of a couple different images on there. Saw a flyer again. But we're still here. We're here. We're standing.
Lots of people here tonight here representing both Neah Bay and Tulalip. Will Neah Bay be able to convert here as we are on 4th down here in this defensive game? Can Tulalip stop him here? Ziggy gets to the edge, goes to the outside. Swan there.
A big hit on the QB, and then they rally to the runner as well.
Huge.
That's what you want to see. They all, like I said, pin your ears back. These are the games where you have an opportunity to play physical. You know that it's just going to be who's going to be the most dominant in the run game.
James Jones Jr. there, right there again. Jaden there, and also number 21 for Tulalip getting the last bit of piece there, Peyton Hatch.
Great defensive play.
The rain is coming down. I know everybody make sure to mark your bingo cards, or how many times Dom will say the rain is coming down. That is B12. Here we go. Tulalip trying to get something going here late in this third quarter. Can they get something going on offense and be the first team to score? That's not a special teams.
Definitely anxiously waiting. We saw a pan to the crowd, and they all look like they're, they want to see something. Oh, great cutback by James.
Some open field. Looks like number 23 gets the tackle. Porter Swan, freshman out of Neah Bay, brings down James Jones Jr.
I like that vision there. He cuts it back. Maybe it was a design run to the right. Gets a big hole and then gets a big yardage. Whoo, and a big hit there, though. You see the, like the rain fly back. Looked like a heavyweight haymaker.
Yeah, like how the water came off the helmets there.
Yeah, that was a big collision.
Very much so. Joshua Davis.
Tease about after the show.
Joshua Davis. Davis Batchand goes to the right. Lots of open field. Fumble!
Uh-oh.
Ball flies!
Fumble, and then we get our kick returner there. Number 5, lucky, in the right spot at the right time. Jante Akin. Ball comes out, and just, in the air.
You can see here Davis just
lands
looks
right
like
in his hands.
number 10, Valaya Daniels, a sophomore for Neah Bay, just lowered their head and almost got the ball just perfectly and just sent the ball flying. Davis Batchand shakes his head after that one.
Yeah, that might be a costly turnover there. The Hawks were marching.
Definitely saw a lot of open field tackles. Looks like a
ball in the
fumble.
pocket.
Neah
Money on the ground, Dom.
Neah Bay will keep possession as number 12 of Heritage looks to be the first one there, but Neah Bay was just there first. Number 21, I apologize. I believe that is Peyton, right?
Yes, that is Peyton Hatch there, out there on the jersey swap. You can tell by the hair flowing. Out there playing on that defensive line, maybe, DN right there.
Second down for Neah Bay.
Or a tackle.
There's some movement there, but it wasn't offsides.
Hawks rallying to the ball.
Hawks doing a really good job of maintaining Tyler Swan. Looks like to seem after half they were just going straight for the lower body tackle.
Yeah, that's the way you want to draw it up, right? Good form tackles. He is a pretty physical runner, but nothing that a little leverage and getting low won't stop.
It's the biggest thing you can do in this sport. The lower man wins here. Can Neah Bay convert this third and almost 10 yards here in this third quarter?
Say the down mark. That's probably about 3rd and 13, Dom.
3rd and 13, 3 yards difference.
Down marker behind, down in
You're
distance.
Right. You're right.
Just spotting it for you.
Sometimes I need it. That beam gets in my way. You know what? I can't even use the beam as an excuse here. Swan looks to get it.
Get a power run there, so it'll set up on 4th down. You know, I think that's them trying to get back to their identity there.
Davion Wells with the last tackle there. You can see just does a good job getting to the main offensive runner here. Wells there, and also James Jones Jr.
Yeah, and I love that the first guy there is always kind of taking that, you know, that low tackle. So even when he's getting out in open field, if he's getting hit, he's kind of been, they've, you know, put a clamp on him. He's been falling over in the open field because the first guy has been successful at least stopping him in his tracks.
This will be 4th down for Neah Bay as they try to score one of their own touchdowns. That's not a kickoff return. Can they do it? Drops back.
Back in the pass.
Cummins looks to find somebody.
Looking to scramble. Oh, but we get some pressure.
A sack there by Tulalip.
Yeah, and we see Peyton push him out, and then we get a little bit John there.
Yeah, Peyton looks to get that one.
Yeah, and you don't want to see, they just got a great play. You don't want to negate that there by, you know, you forced the turnover.
Yeah, yep, right here. You just end the play right there.
Oh, I see he got grabbed on the jersey. Maybe he wasn't liking that.
Looks like referee even kind of jumping in on the argument here. The man in stripes looks to jog back into the mid of the field as Tulalip huddles up to accept the turnover on downs here. Tulalip now in the huddle as Takala Black Tomahawk, Elijah Fay, Davis Batchhand on the field, Xerxes also out there, James Jones.
Yeah, we'll see maybe a switch of ball carrier here. We got James Jones going. Oh, Ziggy at quarterback.
Bang there, getting a key block. Ziggy keeps going. Ziggy
swallowed up in the backfield.
Just swallowed up.
Man, that was a tough one. Watching it from the start, I saw a lot of free white jerseys and, a lot of black jerseys not on bodies.
That's the biggest thing you got to do here on this offensive side. Just make sure you get a hat on a hat, and we got to win one player at a time here.
Yeah, I think, and that's a tough one because, running in space, obviously an 8-man, I think running out on the outside, you need something quick. You only need a block for about a half second, maybe two, second. So runners got to be running north and south.
James Jones Jr. there on the run. 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in this third quarter as the clock is rolling quick here as the rain is dropping. Letting players know Mother Nature is around and is not letting up anytime soon.
Man, that's what you want to see. Keep it interesting, right? We don't want to see it dry up and, kind of maybe the advantage go to the visitor. Everybody's struggling on offense. Who's going to be the first person to put together a good drive, or two drives in this instance, right? It's a one-score game.
Handoff for Tulalip. They do not get the first. It will be 4th down. As Tulalip is in pretty familiar territory right now, being in their own backfield. Can they try to get a conversion here to get Neah Bay out of their territory?
I think they can. We haven't seen any explosive plays from Ziggy, but he's a great speedster. Maybe they can get something with him in space. He's like I said, he's got to get going north. Be a vertical runner to get into the end zone, and then obviously anybody else who gets it with some speed.
Peyton, Derek, and Carlos, the 3 men up front for the offensive front for them. I got to give Derek some real big props here. This being a center, touching that wet football every time, it's something you got to, really keep in mind because, you could see the girl in the pink that has the poncho on. She's keeping that ball as warm as she can, but as soon as that ball is out of under the towel, it's basically drenched.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing a good job snapping the ball. We haven't seen anything go awry with the snaps. Maybe a couple low ones, but nothing, definitely something manageable. Where the Hawks have kind of had their hiccups is, in the run. So anytime or I wouldn't say anytime, but the couple times that they've turned it over or put it on the ground was when they pitched it or just unable to get a good pass. And so, yeah, he's been successful at that center spot, holding it down, definitely making each play manageable for whoever is at QB.
I guess I also shouldn't say assume anybody, the the young child with the ball, I don't know. It's just pink.
Ziggy with a go ball, but his arm is hit.
The ball is intercepted. Neah Bay looking to return it. Tyler Swan, number 34, looks to return.
Hit it out. Oh.
Can Elijah poke it?
He's able to rally to the ball, though. That's what you want to see. You don't, you know, obviously still manageable, but yeah, definitely a costly mistake there for Tulalip.
It's not too big of, you know, something I would really be hanging my head too low because, you know, it's fourth down. They were going to get the ball in basically the same area. So, big turnover.
Unsuccessful in the pass, yeah. Yeah, I think the hard part is, you know, you got to give them enough time. They're rushing 4. They're willing to, you know, see if you can even complete a pass if you're you don't have enough blockers. And so far, that's been successful.
I think right here, you stop Neah Bay, you get a lot of momentum here. Can Tulalip stop them here with the 4-man front as the rain is setting down here in the greatest setting of Tulalip? You can see number 5 for Neah Bay, Jonte Akin.
Yeah, he's a hard runner, you know, power run there. And Neah Bay, you know, the longer this game goes on with that lead, you know, they gain advantage.
Number 3, Caleb Cummins, who's a sophomore for Neah Bay, under center. Snapped by number 18.
Oh,
Neah
tried
Bay.
to chop him down, but he hurdles.
Can Neah Bay get a touchdown? Tyler Swan gets past number 7 of Tulalip. Joshua Davis there on the outside. No Hawks there to help as Tyler Swan gets the touchdown.
Yeah, you see he, you know, jumps over the first initial tackler and then shrugs off Joshua Davis there to get into the end zone for an easy score.
Number 34, Tyler Swan, that's his first touchdown of the game. Neah Bay trying to get the 2-point conversion as they were unsuccessful last attempt.
Yeah, and with this one, they'll jump out with a 2-score.
2-score lead for Neah Bay. Number 3, Caleb Cummins under shotgun as Tyler Swan to his left looks to hand it off, and he does not get it.
Tripped up, falls down, so they will not convert.
Looks like number 23, Porter Swan, got in his way there. Possible relation for the 2. Number 3.
Yeah, and so Neah Bay going up 12-0, still definitely manageable, a lot of time. It definitely, it's a tough one, though, because each drive, you know, taking substantial time to get anything going. You know, a lot of run game here, run game heavy in this weather.
Yeah, this is one of those games we are definitely going to be running the ball. Can Tulalip maybe get a kickoff of their own here? But also remember, together we're better for Trunk or Treat. Sunday, October 26th, 2 to 5 p.m. And where is it? Tulalip Boom City. Do not forget where to go. That is Tulalip Boom City, 2 to 5 p.m., October 26th.
Yeah, this Sunday, they'll be giving away free candy to Dom.
Yep, I'll be, you know, making my rounds possibly. I don't know if I'm going to be there. I'd like to. But if I am, I'll be trading. You know, there's a lot of candy I would trade.
Yeah, I would say that I'm putting some pressure on you candy giveawayers. I want to see full bars. Full size, bring full size candy bars back. for my kids. As we see a kick return there. Takala able to pick it up. He's scatting to the right side, cuts up in between his blocker, and he's taken down, making nothing into something all the way to the 30. Just past the 30. Picks it up here. We see it bouncing, and he's got a little speed to him. Dom might have taught him something in the yard. And he cuts it up. Taken down there by 3 Neah Bay Red Devils.
Was this the Diamante podcast there for a second? Oh man, the rain actually, you know, coming in here, putting pressure on the box. You know, here in our comfortable box, it's like, you know, the foreman that never leaves the truck. You know, when they're on a construction site.
Yeah.
That's like me right now in the booth.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not saying I'm a foreman or nothing, but you know, they don't get rain on them. Here we go. Tulalip Heritage hands it off. James Jones Jr.
Makes a couple tacklers miss, but Neah Bay able to rally to it early.
Yeah, we had our banner here behind us take a little bit of a tumble, so we had to give Diamante his pod spotlight for the day.
Yeah, to do my, on the fly skills there. As Dom obviously shows you why he's dual rated. He does 1 part production setup, 1 part commentator.
And then next part, dealing with me. That's the next part.
You see James Jones Jr. a couple yards on the play, so it's 2nd down and about 7.
Joshua Davis hands it off here. James Jones Jr. goes up to the middle, go out to the right. Might be one of the longest rushes of the night for him, other than the second one that they had coming up to the left side of the field.
Yeah, great run there. Makes the first guy miss. I almost thought he was going to get out of that second tackle.
Yeah, getting into that second layer of the defense there, you're moving into the outside, going against the cornerback and safeties. You getting past the big guys on the D-line, I like my chances.
Yeah, I love to see a runner get to the second level. It's, you increase your chance of breaking a big one, and you just want to keep putting that pressure on them. Just playing physical, definitely executing your blocks. We'll see Ziggy going back for pass. We'll see if he has enough time here.
Ziggy looking to pass here, looks to go deep with the left-handed throw.
Back
Finds a man!
Successful.
Takala there on the play, looks to get it at about the 39.
Yeah, he catches it there. We get a completed pass for Ziggy Miles. Guilford.
Great pocket presence here by Ziggy. Just gets the ball out pretty quick, actually. Takala there. Also, number 2, Davis was calling for the ball. You can see on the left side of the field.
Yeah, and he's still able to execute it, throwing it off his back foot. But, he's way back there, so hopefully he'll have enough time. And, if they can mix it up.
Ziggy looks to roll out. Number 10 trailing him. Flag on the ground.
Yeah, some laundry on the field.
Nobody there.
It was by the back line judge. Typically ends up being a holding. Yep.
Offense.
It was unfortunate because I almost thought Ziggy could have broke it away for a run there, too.
I was kind of hyping up the offensive line on that play, too, and then comes to see that there was a holding call, moving that big play back just a little bit. But it looks like Ziggy is trying to figure something out here. Is he still going to be the quarterback of this play? I believe not, as he lines up on the slot right position.
Yeah, we'll see Josh go back to his initial starting spot. Likely to see, I think, a run here for James Jones, obviously, to kind of offset that that pressure in the pass game. I was wrong.
Davis drops back, and he looks to be blitzed. He gets out of it, makes a right-handed throw.
Tip.
Ziggy there.
Able to get it.
Can he make it?
And
To the left. Davis gets a key block, cuts to the middle.
Free into the end zone. Cut it back to 1. I was completely wrong on that one, too, Dom. I thought maybe they'd offset it with a run, but they, drop back for a pass, able to make a guy miss, and then he also gets lucky on the tipped pass. So a lot of things going on that play.
Yeah, Davis here does a good job getting past the guys, and you can see the ball just bops up in the air. Looks like Neah Bay just put it right where Ziggy was.
Yeah, and he's dangerous in the secondary. Obviously, you got to get him the ball, but he's definitely dangerous out in the secondary.
You can almost hear the added element of people just cheering as Ziggy got to the second level and almost, the third level of defense there. And it got a little bit loud here as Heritage will try to get their 2-point conversion to make this a 1-possession game. Davis drops back, cuts to his right, looks to make a play of his own.
Oh.
And he does.
Gets into the end zone after making a few people miss.
Right now, Neah Bay only up just a matter of 4 points. Neah Bay not getting those 2-point conversions, definitely biting them right now.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a good game. I see Dom motioning me to channel my inner production.
Yeah, looks like my tape job here of the banner definitely giving me a run for my money. You know who's actually, shout out to Robert Watson. He used to be a guy who used to tape these. And he would make sure this was, if he saw this, he'd probably be like, Dom, you got to take a course for me to tape a little bit. Anyway, shout out to Robert. Also, shout out to everyone here who is listening. Shout out to Diamante for fixing the banner here.
Yeah, all I heard was, Robert, come back. He's hosting the Halloween party tonight, so definitely shout out to him. You know, he's always been a great events coordinator, does a good job, you know, a man of many trades. And then we get our shout out to the Hawks cheerleaders roster, Coach Tina Robinson, many cheerleaders on the roster. And then we get a look at our Booster Club supporters and then coaches, so kind of a program overview.
Yeah, the cheerleaders are having a blast down there, staying warm under the cover. Looks like they will be doing some routines under the tent.
Yeah, they got jackets on.
Yeah.
Trying to stay dry, man. Like you said, the rain has been coming down very, very thick. I thought you were gonna say call the rain thick a bunch more times.
The rain. Yeah, you know, the peach emoji rain coming down. That's just another word of saying, you know, thick rain. You know, that's just, I guess, what the kids call it. The Tulalip Heritage Hawks will come out here on a defensive set as we enter the fourth quarter. Can they get the ball back and take this lead away from Neah Bay, or is Neah Bay going to continue their run-heavy offense here in this fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're right where they want to be. They've been able to put together some drives where they stop the run. Neah Bay obviously switching runners. I don't know maybe what happened to number 34 Tyler Swan, but we see number 5 Jonte Atkin going to running back, who has a touchdown himself. You know, he's able to get. We see Tyler Swan. Maybe he's at fullback. I apologize, but yeah, Jonte Atkin has a kick return of his own, so. You know, could be a dangerous runner as well, but I think Heritage is in a good spot where they could probably put together a stop.
Neah Bay always been a fullback type team, especially in their run position. Tyler Swan gets it. To call it there. Also on the tackle was Peyton Hatch.
Yeah, and we're about 3rd and 5, so this is, right, like I said, right where you want to be. You know, you don't want to give up too many yards right here because obviously, you know, if it's 4th and short, we could probably put our money on it that Neah Bay would run again, so you know, maybe get to the ball early here, maybe send 5 or 6. You know, get to the ball carrier earlier. You don't want them to keep trying to establish that run, getting downhill.
Yeah, putting the pressure on them right now on 3rd down. That is what you got to bring here. It looks like Tulalip is bringing the 3-man front. It looks like possibly 5. They send 4. Ziggy's there. Ball's in the air.
Oh, but that, hey, look, that disrupts the timing of that play. You know, you get a kind of a crazy pass there that goes over the wide receiver's hands, and so you get 4th and 5. So, you know, you could still play that kind of base D. You don't got to get any pressure. You just got to get to the ball, get a stop, and they can get a turnover on downs, and momentum would be shifting.
Yeah, pass was intended to number 23, Porter Swan.
So they got to get to the ball here. I think fans are anxiously watching. It's been pretty quiet, but I know fans are anxiously watching. Oh, and they get an infraction. So with some trickery of their own for Neah Bay.
I could be wrong if that is an automatic. I don't think it will be a first.
Oh, it is, yep.
It will be an automatic first down as that 5 yards comes within the chains.
Big. That's really big because that would have been a good stop.
That is a huge penalty to hurt the Hawks defense. But nothing they haven't been seen before. They've been holding Neah Bay in their territory all game. So can they maintain that? We will see.
And then get a false start right there. They maybe were trying to go on set and bust a big one.
That was on number 34, Tyler Swan.
Or no, maybe obviously we can't hear him, but you know, it looked like it could have been a silent count. They broke early.
That one always got me, I'll be honest.
Yeah, especially if you're not ready,
yeah.
You know, and maybe you're lax, right? You just called for a penny. Next thing you know, guys are in your face blocking you. You definitely don't want to end up, you know, on a pancake reel, but that definitely would have been a good one, too, for them. So Hawks catch a break on that one.
And it's not too hard to find the footage here. Tulalip TV. Remember to check it out, youtube.com. So you can see all the plays. Tyler Swan brought down James Jones Jr. there on the tackle.
So big run, gets it back. So it'll be about 2nd and 9. Are you saying that you ended up on somebody's pancake highlight reel?
You know, there was a tackle, my first ever play against Evergreen Lutheran. I got lit up, but Tulalip TV was not there. If you go do some deep diving, I think you could see me probably getting. There was. I remember. I think I got airborne on Neah Bay game one time, but I'm not gonna tell you. Like, you got to go watch that one for yourself. There's, I don't have a lot of highlights, but there's some lowlights there. Neah Bay there.
Getting there early. Man, airborne, yeah, that'd be a tough one.
Yeah, 4th down for Neah Bay.
3rd down.
Oh, yeah, because the 1st down, it just goes back to 1st. It doesn't charge you a down.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they got a 1st down, right, and then they were behind the chain, so
Yeah.
got back. But here's again, Hawks in a good spot, so they get to the ball here early. Maybe you send 5 or 6, right? Because you were successful, even if it was a pass, and then you set yourself up for 4th down.
Neah Bay with a lot of clock managing right now, just milking the
So
clock.
run, and they get to it early,
Jaden Zacchius with a huge tackle for loss.
and he got there with some heat, cut him down, and causing some damage. Obviously we don't want to see players hurt, but definitely that was a tough tackle. Tyler Swan taking one on the ankle.
Yeah, you could see here on the replay, Jaden just gets past the offensive line and looks like the tackle was just on his left leg there. Definitely a huge player for Neah Bay's offense and defense. He looks to be in a lot of pain there. Players taking knees, coaches tending to him right now. Yeah, this is a hard sight to see for Neah Bay, as he is a very great player for them so far today. As there is some help being by the coaches, fans look a little bit concerned themselves for this injury, as we never like to see that in this game, especially at this level.
Yeah, it's a dogfight, and that was a tough tackle, kind of part of the game, right? It's a legal tackle and kind of hard in this weather. You can't really stop and avoid the contact, and so he took it on the knee, or on the ankle, I should say, and maybe an awkward angle, and so he got rolled up on a little bit, and so hopefully he's okay. It's something minor.
Yeah, the Neah Bay coach is there as well, and I believe the Neah Bay coach of the Red Devils has some relations to coach here in Tulalip.
Yeah, we see Coach Tim in the background there. His dad, the head coach of Neah Bay, and so definitely a little bit of rivalry there, if you will. Kind of a good storyline in the backdrop of this game. And so Tim, he used to tease that yet to beat them, so he's looking to get some success versus his dad, who's been a longtime coach for Neah Bay.
Looks like Tyler is able to move his left leg just a little bit. Still in a little bit of pain here, as the Tulalip Heritage Hawks are on their knees as well, as the ball boy or ball girl for Tulalip ready.
Yeah, and they'll get a kind of an injury timeout. They're trying to figure it out for him.
The ball has been marked, as we will await here the play. We are at 9 minutes and 10 seconds in this 4th quarter, as we are awaiting Tyler Swan. Pending injury. Looks to be he is on his feet.
Yeah, he's able to walk off on his own power, so definitely maybe something that we'll see him return from. Might be a little bit ginger though, but obviously with the cold weather it doesn't help. But he's able to walk, so a good sign.
A very offensive, how do I say it? Offensive
Offensive anchor for Neah Bay for sure.
Bay. And this is a hard loss for them. Looks like his other legs seem to be cramping.
Yeah, you're compromised. You're trying to compensate for the injury. Kind of definitely does put a little bit of more pressure on some other spots there in the leg.
Also on defense, a presence for them, and we wish the very best for Tyler and his family. But he was able to walk it off on his, and you know what, in the beginning of the game, he also kind of had a limp to him, so maybe he came in a little bit banged up a little bit, maybe from last week.
Yeah, I know you were saying that earlier, so yeah, just, could be a sensitive area.
Cummins drops back.
See if Neah Bay
Ziggy's there.
get some success from other players. Getting some
Caller
pressure on
there,
him.
looked
Oh,
at-
nearly drops it.
Number 32 for Tulalip brings him down. That is Davion Wells. Brings him down. Huge turnover for Tulalip.
Yeah, big play for them. They get a stop. They're, like I said, momentum shifting, and these drives taking off some time. So what better way for them to possibly, run this clock down, get a long drive, score, and put them in position to be the front runner for this game, and could end up being, who gets the last stop.
Yeah, Swan, and basically also a defensive anchor for them. Can Tulalip take advantage of this trying to figure out the zone and where he was trying to attack that, or do they have another game plan here as Joshua Davis in the shotgun position.
Oh, run there by James
Jones
Jr.
cuts back, goes to the right.
Oh,
Open space.
wrapped up though.
Number 5, Jonte Akin.
Yeah, and you already noticeable there. You know, you don't have Tyler on that edge, and so Neah Bay having to make up for that loss. They got they're gonna have to rally to the ball early, lacking a little bit of speed here on defense.
And that's the thing, you start figuring out which guys were doing what when somebody goes out in any type of team. Okay, how can we fill this space? Regardless if they're the anchor, if they're a backer, a corner, you have to figure that out, and it's not like you're in practice and you can just practice it. These are why, making sure you're paying
next
attention
man up. Next
is
man
the ready.
up. Yeah, and then definitely if you're Heritage, you want to try and take advantage of it. And so, but we see, was there some laundry on the field?
I believe we will be going back as there
Wow.
was.
Big run results in a big loss.
To be honest with you, I did not see what penalty was called as they were right in front of the. I don't want to blame the beam again, but
I didn't even
Yeah.
see a flag thrown.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it looked like it was a 15-yard penalty. So that's a big one.
I believe that's like a personal foul. Ziggy will go down for a sack.
And contrary to what I said about some speed, they get to Ziggy there pretty quickly.
Looks like now Heritage is in a second down as they were in first down from the penalty last one, so they will now be in second and very long. It looks to be about, I would say about 20, 30 yards, 25 yards.
Yeah, that's tough. They got to make 2 big plays here to, I would say, put them in a good position to convert.
Tulalip been struggling to find some open field as they were just kind of catching some momentum there on the first drive. That 15-yard penalty pushed them back quite a bit. Joshua Davis now under center.
Get Ziggy around the edge.
Ziggy now trying to push his blockers the way he wants. Gets brought down. Number 26 of Neah Bay brings him down. Leland Green.
Yeah, and they bust about maybe 5 or 6 on that one. So, you'd like to see him get at least 10 yards on that play. And then another 10 yards just to put him in a 4th and short situation. But they're, it's 3rd and long. 3rd and I would say about 20.
Green kind of just came up from behind him, just kind of crashed the defensive line, went right past the center. And Ziggy, as he kind of thought he was getting into the corners on the outside, Green just came in right behind the offensive line and kind of caught Ziggy for off guard there.
Yeah, they did a good job. They didn't really set the edge, but they definitely strung the play out, right? You do the next best thing is, you hold the body, you definitely stay with the blocker. You don't get blown off your, your path. And so you're able to get anybody on the backside that can rally to the ball and stop it from being a big play. They get to Ziggy early.
Ziggy tries to make a
A couple guys
play.
miss, and then he falls down. So that's a tough one. That's a big break for Neah Bay. Big break for Neah Bay because he looked like he was going to get in open field here.
Yeah, you can see here, if he just had that one guy to beat, could have possibly made a play throughout the air here. But number 26 does a great job. Leland Green bringing Ziggy down for 2 plays in a row there.
And that's a big one. That's definitely, they caught a break on that because had he stayed upright, a lot of greenery.
Looks like the referee kind of telling the guys something here.
We get and that's 4th and deep here, so.
Be 4th and about 23 yards. Heritage looking for a big play here. Are they electing to punt it here?
I think so. They're, maybe taking the safe route, getting away from their end zone. With the weather, though, risky, but they're able to get it off. So great
what
punt.
a punt!
Great punt. And if they can rally to it, I was gonna say let them touch it.
Honestly, in a lot of the years I've watched 1B, I haven't seen a punt that great in some weather like this.
Yeah, he got some good distance on it and was able to get a bounce, and so, completely flipped sides, and Neah Bay will get it, in their own territory. If Heritage can piece together a stop, they could potentially get the ball back with limited time, which would put them in a good position to, take this one. They only have to get in the end zone. They don't need to convert. They just got to score, so that you want to see a quick stop here.
Yeah, if Tulalip's defense can do what they've been doing all game and keep them in this area, will not be a lot of room to, like you were saying, to get into that end zone.
But we see, look, and so we're in potentially a game-winning drive. We got Tyler coming back for Neah Bay.
We like to see that out there for all players, getting back out there healthy. Swan goes out to
Busted
the
up,
left
first
side.
run. Oh, and then they chop him down, and
Davis gets the tackle. There will be no flags on the play. After that great punt, Tyler Swan eliminates kind of what they were kind of going for on that punt, just gets to the outside. You can see Davis here just gets down low. Swan kind of just slow to get up, but it looks like he is on the ground. He is being talked to by his coach right now. He's moving it, kind of stretching it.
yeah, and I mean, you know, one-on-one tackle, I was wondering, maybe there was a penalty on the backside. Did it get dragged back? I couldn't see what happened.
I didn't see any referee drop a flag, but it does look like they moved them back quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe 5 yards.
I believe there might have been holding.
Okay.
Yeah. But that, I mean, because it looks like it's a 10-yard penalty.
I mean, typically that would wipe out a play, so I'm wondering potentially what happened. But still, oh, ball on the ground.
Second down now for Neah Bay.
And that was a perfect situation, perfect storm for Heritage. You know, they give up a big play, but, you know, not a clock runs off, and it'll reset the downs, and they're still in good territory. So if they can get a stop here, you know, and not let too much time run off, they still have a chance. They still got, you know, the ability to get the ball with ample time to score.
Anybody's game here with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Neah Bay approaching a second and about 13 yards. Here, can Neah Bay try to make this happen here as they're up 4 here in the fourth quarter divisional matchup? Cummins under center, hands it to number 30.
Great tackle, great form tackle there by Davis. He gets low, stuffs him, and then there's a second tackler in Peyton who gets to the ball. And so, you know, obviously still plenty of time. You know, Neah Bay is definitely going to take their time to run, you know, them seconds off the clock. They don't want to give that ball back to Heritage with, I would say, anything over 2 minutes.
That was Kamori DeRoche, who's a freshman for Neah Bay. Number 11 was on the run. They also have number 99, Elijah Malinowski in there. Number 5 as well, Jonte Akin. Number 18 also.
Yeah.
Robert Arnold Jr. under center.
About 3rd and 10 here, so we'll see if Hawks can get to the ball early.
High snap. Elijah
Ooh,
there on
that
the
would have
play.
been a big play.
Gets almost pushed out as he gets just a couple extra yards.
Then we get a flag. I don't know what the flag was for.
Good sportsmanship there by Tulalip, as you know, maybe could have seen a scuffle there after something like that. You can see here on the replay, number 81 just gets outside. Beat just a little bit there. Number 9, Jaden Zacchius, and number 2, Davis there.
I didn't see, you know, signal
That'll be a first down.
plus, I think, and some.
Looks like Neah Bay will have a huddle here, like on the very far side of the field, as they will.
Personal foul? Is it a personal foul signal? I think that's a hard one because, you know, if he stepped out of bounds, you know, we saw it on the replay. The players don't really know. It happened so quickly.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, you know, that's definitely a hard one there. He looked like he barely stepped out, but I'm assuming that they call personal fouls for a late hit.
Looks like the ball will be taken by number 4. Keeps his legs moving, bringing Hawks players with him. That is number 4, Connor Swan, who's a freshman for Neah Bay. That will be an first down for Neah Bay as they get into Hawks territory.
Good fullback. And Hawks, they got to get off the ball, right? Because that handoff wasn't that smooth. You know, it took a second. He doesn't catch it in stride. He gets it and then runs. That's your chance right there.
There will be a flag here. Again, these refs making these calls pretty quick here. And you know, the rain, and I'm sure it's, you know.
Maybe as a holding. I'm a backline judge through it. I always think, you know, anything back there is a holding, unless noted otherwise. But time running, Hawks with potentially their last chance to, have a possibility at, swinging this game.
First down and long for Neah Bay.
They'd have to, piece together some stops, call some timeouts.
Can they get a turnover here? Xerxes on the tackle there as well as number 7, Joshua Davis.
I think the other thing is, do they waste their timeouts on defense to get the ball back? Or do they save them for, offense if they get a 4-and-out right here?
I think right now you got to let the clock run, and then as soon as you get to 2-minute warning, then I'd start using them. But then again, this is coming from somebody who has never coached once in their life.
No, definitely that's valid though. That's valid. You got to see what happens here,
Yeah.
right? If you get a stop, you potentially burn one.
Yeah.
There's just enough time, but you got to get a stop here. So
Ken Tulalip looks like they're trying to go for the strip here.
And I see his coach. He's calling for a timeout. So yeah, you want to take one. You got what you wanted. You didn't give away too many yards. And so that way maybe you only have to use one more. You get the ball back on possibly a punt or a turnover on downs.
I guess right here too, then you get to use the timeout or the 2-minute warning as your timeout. If you play your cards right.
Absolutely.
So
Valid.
we will be going in third down here as 2.5 minutes remaining here and some change in this fourth quarter as Tulalip huddles up with Coach Sean.
And possibly, the closest Tulalip's been in a long time to beat Neah Bay. You get a one-possession game. Did you guys beat Neah Bay when you were?
We didn't. We did not.
And I know in my short coaching tenure that I had, we could not get the best of them, the two matchups that we had. And so, I think this would be the first time in a long time they've been this close. They've got to put together a stop here and get the ball back with a decent amount of time. And they got to be explosive on offense, especially if you get it on this side of the field. You got a long ways to go, so you got to create something quick, or you got to be quick to the ball.
Yeah, because I don't really envision Tulalip doing or Neah Bay kicking a field goal in this sense.
No, I think they're going to go for it. Obviously, they're out of punting range, so no matter what happens, they're going to go for it. Obviously, they run it. They're going to run some clock if they don't get any yards on this play. And on 4th down, they're probably going to run it. So you're gonna have to throw everything at them 2 plays in a row and get to the ball early. You don't want to see a runner get the ball in open space here on 3rd down to make it possibly 4th and short or even to convert on that play. You want to get to them early right here.
Let's see how much the pressure Tulalip brings here in this 3rd down.
So we get a QB
kind of a broken play almost here. Tulalip looks to make
ball on the carpet, and they get the ball.
James Jones Jr. points as it will be a turnover recovered by number 2 Davis Batchan.
I believe he got his helmet on the ball on this hit right here, as dancing around in traffic. Not dancing alone tonight.
Not dancing alone tonight. Now can the offense get something going as they've been struggling, but they are only 1 touchdown
from
away
taking this game. That'd be big. It'd be, it's like I said, it's kind of is it a swing of the pendulum in the division? We have Darrington at number 1, but Heritage is looking to sneak into that 3rd spot. They would tie here. And it would be the first time in a long time that they potentially have beaten Neah Bay.
Snap. Throws it.
Oh, find somebody.
Davis is there. Looks to go out of bounds up the sideline. Keeps going.
What a big play. And that's what you want to see. Give them enough time. They're blitzing 4 or sending 4 on the rush. They got 4 down linemen, so you got somebody open in the secondary.
Broken play here, and Ziggy just lucked out there. You can see James Jones had a guy go right to the left of him. Ziggy making a great play there, getting it to Davis on the outside. Davis almost getting out of bounds. Could have possibly saved the...
Yeah, it's a clock running. I know Dom's heart's racing.
I'm feeling it here. James Jones goes up the
ball
middle.
He fumbles it.
Huge fumble. Neah Bay
back.
Recovers. And again, I made the age-old mistake here. James Jones goes up the middle here. Neah Bay does a good job, gets the ball. Helmet on the ball.
Yeah, great form tackle. And he was not able to withstand the contact. Ball came right out. It's in the air and nearly a perfect exchange. And so Neah Bay gets the ball back.
I believe I made the mistake assuming that 2-minute warnings applies.
I was with you. I was with the thought. It did not apply though, but nevertheless, they had time.
Yeah.
You had time. You just couldn't turn the ball over. That was a big one. And so I think Neah Bay will be able to successfully run out the clock here.
And Neah Bay looks to hand it off.
Unless we see another turnover, but, you know, Tyler Swan's going to be holding on to that.
Looks like the camera is slow to get to it. James Jones brings the guy down. That is number 12, Joseph Smith, a senior for Neah Bay. Gets the probably the longest rush in Neah Bay's game tonight.
Yeah, big play after obviously a big exchange. Oh, you said Joseph Smith?
Joseph Smith, yes.
Same stature as,
Joseph Smith.
as the starting running back.
Yes.
But big run.
Yes.
He's ready to, you know, take the exchange. He said, I got this. Late in the fourth, I got this. Team, put it on my back.
Neah Bay up 4 points here with 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. Can Neah Bay win on the road after just coming 5 hours away via bus here in Tulalip? Tulalip looking to get set here.
And they got to go for a strip here. Oh, we see a QB keep. Hold them up, maybe a strip. Got to go for the ball.
Neah Bay doing a good job of holding the ball there. Referee making sure ball doesn't go too far there as 58 seconds is commencing down.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. You know, you were right where you wanted to be. As I called it, right, you get the ball back, so you got to be explosive on offense, and they were on the initial play, and then just a fatal mistake.
Looks like this one will be run out here by Neah Bay as we are in 34 seconds remaining. I believe Tulalip is out of timeouts.
How you feeling, Dom? Have you done your cardio? Going to be okay to run
I think
those
I'm going to have to run, but I'll do
2
it
miles?
in Hawks pride, you know. I know they do the same for me. You know, Neah Bay played a good game tonight, capitalized on the turnovers. That will do it here as Neah Bay will take the game by 4 points. Neah Bay wins this one 12, Heritage 8.
Yeah, definitely a great battle. You know, a lot of back and forth, mistakes on both sides that both teams were able to kind of capitalize on, but ultimately Neah Bay ended up on the top side of this one. We will stay on air for what I think will be a senior honoring, and you know, we see coaches, you know, kind of asking probably their players to hold their heads up. You know, they went toe to toe, nearly were there. I for sure thought, you know, momentum was swinging, and then we get a fumble, and so yeah, we see Coach Sean speaking to his troops, and they'll definitely, you know, take it to the 50 and exchange some handshakes here, followed by some senior honoring.
Senior honoring, big, huge night for them and all the seniors and what they've done so far this school year, and also, most importantly, you know, the school that they've been at and just staying with it. And then also on the field, we want to honor the seniors who are here tonight with us playing. And I believe there's 7 seniors for Heritage.
Yeah, as we look at the roster,
Parents of seniors.
I want to say, I think we have
seniors. If you could make it your way down to
Davis
the
Bachan.
25-yard line,
you know,
we'd like to prepare for
still
the
looking
Senior
on
Day
here,
celebration.
seeing if I could spot any.
I know Davis.
Cadence Williams, Davian Parks, he's on the roster, is a senior. I don't know if we've seen him play. We got Rylan Dumont, he's also a senior.
I believe Elijah also a senior.
Yeah, Elijah Faye,
Takala a senior.
Tulalip TV's own.
Elijah Faye, Tulalip TV is right. Here, thank you guys so much for joining and watching us the game. We will be going to senior night coverage for the rest of this stream. So if you want to stay in and check out the senior festivities here tonight, stay with us as we will congratulate the seniors who are playing for Tulalip Heritage.
Oh yeah, and the starting running back, James Jones Jr., as we see him walking over. You know, you got to give the biggest shout out to him. You know, great effort tonight. He's walking over, so he will be honored as well.
Looks like there may have been a hit stick on the camera there. Cheerleaders.
Some good banter.
Good banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, fans and families, we would like to take this opportunity to
Logan
recognize our Tulalip Hawks senior cheerleaders and football
Senior cheerleaders
players.
as well also be
Okay.
honored. You can see the seniors over there.
Many of these
Paula,
student
Elijah,
athletes have dedicated countless
Jones,
hours to their
Paul.
teammates and respective
Yeah,
programs.
Logan joining them.
At this
Dumont
time,
and
they'd like
Davis as well.
at this
That's a
time
tough
that
one,
they'd
man.
be
It's kind of
recognized for
a,
those efforts and
friendly
accomplishments.
tribal rivalry game.
We're going to
that
start
close.
with the cheerleaders first.
We'll let Jay take it away.
So the parents of the cheerleaders will be first. All right. All right, for your senior cheerleaders. First, we have Rayleigh Freiberg. Parents are Roselle Freiberg, Tim Green, Apollo Lewis. Grandparents Ray and Cheryl Freiberg. Her plans after high school is to get a BA in business and open a bookshop on the res. Give it up for Rayleigh Freiberg. And the next senior we have will be Molly Jimicum. Parents are Hannah Paul and Mitch Jimicum. Grandparents Mitchell Jimicum, Samantha Jimicum, Melissa Paul. Her favorite sport is basketball, and her favorite sport memory is the bus rides with everyone. Her plans after high school is to be a teacher. Give it up for Molly Jimicum. The next senior we have is Angelica Mosqueda. Her parents are Kelly Prayer Warrior and Adam Mosqueda. Her favorite sport memory is just that she loves stunting, the friendship, and community support. Her plans are after high schoolers to continue her education. Give it up for Angelica. The next senior we have is Eilena Spencer. Her parents are Mary Moses, Nina Spencer, and her grandparents are. What's it say? I can't turn it up. Eilena Spencer. Her parents are listed as Mary Moses and Nina Spencer. Grandparents, Mildred Spencer, Stephen Spencer, Don Jones, Janet Patrick, and Pat Jones. Her favorite sport memory is being with the cheer and learning with them along the way. Her plans after high school is helping others. Again, give it up for Eilena Spencer. Next senior, we have Katie Wilson. Grandparents listed are Jeffrey Lyle Sr. and Kathy Lyle. Favorite sport memory is cheer clinic with the littles and cheer practices. And her plans after high school is to become a marine biologist. Give it up for Katie Wilson. And that's your senior cheerleaders.
We did not hear. We only heard Molly, Eilena, and Katie. We didn't hear
was the first one.
I didn't hear it.
She was out there getting the picture taken.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what about the other?
That was the only other one. All right, that's your senior cheerleaders. Next, we'll do the football players. So for the football team, your first football player will be Elijah Faye. Parents are Cody and Megan. Grandparents are Mark and Judy. His favorite sport memory is playing against Bellevue, and his plans after high school, work, or go to college. Give it up for Elijah Faye. I said her. How big it
It was so noisy down there that we couldn't.
So I'm gonna go back to the cheerleaders just for a second. It sounds like Angelica didn't get her name called, or she didn't hear it. Her parents are Kelly Prayer Warrior and Adam Musqueta, and her favorite memories, sport memories, are just love stunting, the friendship, and community support. Her plans after high school is to continue her education. Angelica Musqueta. All right, back to the football players. Next, we have Rylan Dumont. Rylan's parents are John Dumont and Melody Dumont. Grandparents Ray and Cheryl Freiberg. His favorite sport memory is when he went to the Pro Youth Hall of Fame when he was a youngin'. And he's not sure what his plans after high school are just yet. Give it up for Rylan Dumont. Next senior we have is Logan Paul. A lot of support out here. All right. Parents are Melissa Paul. Grandparents listed are Margaret Henry Hayes. Favorite sport memory is football, playing with Roger. And his plans after high school is to get into plumbing. Give it up for Logan Paul. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. Good trade. All right. And the next senior we have is James Jones Jr. Parents he has listed are biological parents, James Jones Jr., and then he has Matthew Moses, Candelaria Moses, and Misty Freiberg. Grandparents are Donald Harry Jones. Favorite sport memory is just football. Everything about it. And his plans after high school, he wants to play college football. Once again, give it up for James Jones Jr. Next we have Cadence Williams. Yeah, Cadence is actually an 11th grader, but he's graduating a year early. So we're going to go ahead and give him the senior recognition that he deserves for graduating a year early. His parents are Jeff Munziger and Shawnee Sheldon. His grandparents are Arnez Munger and Jeff Nystrom. Tanya Sheldon and Philip Alexander Sr. Favorite sport memories: playing football with all his friends and having fun. His plans after high school is to attend college. Once again, give it up for the early graduate, Cadence Williams. Actually, Davis is up there ready. It's Bashan. Next, we have Davis Bashand. Parents are Leanna and Aaron Bashand. His favorite sport memory: winning a national champion with our Tulalip Hawks youth program his 8th grade year. His plans after high school is to get into the construction trades. Give it up for Davis Bashand. And last but not least, the final senior, Takala Black Tomahawk. His parents are Winona Shotbell Freiberg and Cyrus Freiberg Jr. Favorite sport memory: winning 8th grade championship in Arizona with the Tulalip youth team. And his plans after high school is to become an electrician and get a fishing and crabbing boat. Once again, give it up for Takala Black Tomahawk. And that's all your seniors. Everybody, one more time, give it up to all the seniors. You guys made it. And then I'm not sure if anybody left just yet, but if we could get a picture with all the seniors, that would just everybody out on the